You said you were friends with Samantha for how long?
8 years,
Okay. And how long were you friends with Joey?
about 6 months.
How often would you say you communicated with Samantha?
Every other day, maybe.
Okay. And how often would you say that you communicated with Joey?
Every 3 or 4 days.
Okay. How about spending time with them, hanging out with them? How often would you hang out with Samantha?
About the same amount of times as I hung out with Joey. They were usually together.
What amount of time was that?
A couple times a week,
Okay. So what, 3 times a week?
maybe 2 times a week.
2 times?
Yeah.
And you'd see them both together?
Yes.
Did you ever hang out with either of them separately?
Yeah, I've hung out with Samantha separately,
How often?
just a couple times.
Within the month of like July 2024, had you hung out with her separately then?
I don't honestly remember.
Okay. How about with Joey? Did you hang out with him often, alone?
No, not too often. Maybe once or twice.
Any in that month of July of 24 that you recall?
I don't believe so.
Okay, thank you. All right, so when we left off yesterday, we had just spoke about your kind of initial conversations with law enforcement at that apartment, and then you agreed to go to the Appleton Police Department to give a further version of what took place. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the microphone, if you, like what you just did, if you say something and it doesn't pick it up, you can just feel free to repeat what you said.
Okay.
So is that correct then, that you went to the police department to?
Yes.
Okay. When you got to the Appleton Police Department, what did you say happened to Joey initially on July 18th, 2024?
What did I say happened to Joey? God, I honestly don't remember.
Would it help refresh your recollection if I played a clip of your interview?
Yes.
Okay. So I have on Exhibit 1, it is entitled 3-Pfeffer version 2. It is a little over 3 minutes, I believe, 3 minutes and 22 seconds. And it notes this first version. Now, with your,
Is there a counter number that starts and ends, just so it's,
I plan to play the entire video, but when I bring it up, I'll pause it and just note what's on the screen.
okay, and on the counter, is that the actual time, or is it just started 000?
It starts at 000.
Okay, and just as a refresher for the jurors, there were separate exhibits that just had their own stickers, and that first one was a jump drive that has many things on that. And just to have clarity on your notes and the record, there might be times where I interrupt the prosecutor, which I apologize for. But just so as I'm jotting down notes, you're jotting down notes, we have some clarity in how that jump drive is defined or mapped out. And so he's saying this is a clip of an interview sometime later on the evening of July 18th, 2024 at Appleton PD, and you can describe it further before you play it.
I think it's a fair description. It's a clip of Mr. Pfeffer at the Appleton Police Department. I'm going to play it and then pause it real quickly, just so I can note the time.
Okay, well, why don't you just walk?
Okay. And I'll note that on the screen itself, it's a recording from a body camera. At the top right, it notes 2024 07/18, and then the time 23:48:17. The clip is 3 minutes and 22 seconds long. I plan to play the entire thing. May I?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, well, why don't you just walk us through, let's just start with.
I don't remember the times anymore.
Just approximate is fine.
I don't even know what time it is now. Let me think about this here. About guesstimate 9:15, something like that. I talked to my friend Samantha, and we were going to go over to her house and meet her and her boyfriend Joey. She was not home. She was in the car driving somewhere. I told her I'd meet her there in about an hour. My girlfriend and I would meet them there in about an hour. So we arrived at the apartment. The apartment door was unlocked. We walked in. Joey was laying in the middle of the kitchen floor, blood, out cold. And that's where everything gets a little fuzzy. I don't remember. Christy, she immediately, I told her to apply direct pressure immediately. Gave us a paper towel that were kept underneath the sink. I grabbed those, I gave them to her. I grabbed some towels and I gave them to her. And I said, just put direct pressure on and keep him on his back and keep him comfortable. Does he have a pulse? She said, yes, but a weak one. She checked it. I called our mutual friend, Jeff, is a paramedic. So I called him immediately, and I didn't get a hold of him. So I left him and I didn't leave him a voicemail. I sent him a quick text, Jeff, 911. This is an emergency. And then I called his neighbor, Chuck. I didn't see the wound. You know, I thought I was going to take him to the hospital. I mean, that was my intention. I thought it would be faster than calling the ambulance. So Jeff didn't answer. I called his neighbor, Chuck, who I also know. Chuck did not answer as well. I gave him a text message, 911, I need, emergency, call me right back, whatever. Neither one of them called me back. So then I talked to Christy, talked to Joey, kind of had gotten up, like, but kind of like he was drunk. He got half-assed up. And he was stumbling around the kitchen real bad. And so I kind of grabbed him and put him right back down on the ground onto the floor. I said, gotta stay laid flat. And then put the pressure back on her. And then I called 911, talked to the dispatcher. Christy, my girlfriend, she was holding direct pressure on him the whole time. I was on the phone with the dispatcher. I went outside, opened up the door to the apartment outside there, propped it open, and stood there with the flashlight, so I could get the officer's attention or the ambulance. And we went back in after the cops got there, and that's all they were doing. They were doing CPR on him. That's all I know. Cops took us out of there. Is he okay? Did he make it?
We don't know at this point. As I said, we don't know a whole lot. So that's why we're.
So that video clip is ended, and now the court is turning back the lights?
And just so the court reporter knows, we're not requiring you to transcribe what's on the exhibit, and that will speak for itself. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, Mr. Pfeffer, is it fair to say that a good summary of the more or less first version you gave of what took place at the Appleton Police Department?
Yes.
Okay, now after that, is it true that you wanted to leave the police department?
Yes.
And did you start to leave the police department?
Yes.
Is it true that when you were on your way out of the police department, that you had some concerns specifically about Joey's killer?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you ever tell police that you were concerned about Joey's killer?
I don't remember.
Well, in your honor, with that, I'd like to play another clip on the Exhibit 1. It's titled 4 Pfeffer Concerns.
Timing of it, whether it's still that same evening of July 18th,
It's after this interview on the way out. It's in the same format where it's the entire clip.
and how long is the clip?
I can't remember the exact time, but it's less than a minute, or around a minute.
Okay, well, you can cue it up and then you can identify the counter number and also the time. The last one you said was 23:48:17, so it's military time, but would be 11:48 p.m. at night and 17 seconds on the previous clip.
Correct.
All right, so whatever the military time is on this next clip, you can give it to the jury too, as you cue it up.
I will do that.
It just takes a little bit of.
Okay, sorry, it starts right away. So the military, it's the following day. It's now 3:09:01 on July 19th. So military time, 3:09 a.m. The clip is 49 seconds long. I plan to play it in its entirety, and we'll do so now.
It just takes a little bit of
I
time.
can't think.
Again, we don't want to talk to you. We don't want to ask you anything.
I want to, I need time to think. I know what I want to say, but I don't know that I can.
Just take a breath. Yeah, you're okay.
I want to go, but I want you to tell Christy where I am, or how to get a hold of me. She's my only concern. His killer is also a very big concern. Very big. And I want to
Now, with that, that clip has ended, and I just ask the, turn the lights back on. Thank you. Now, so Mr. Pfeffer, do I understand it correctly that at this point, you had told law enforcement that the defendant wasn't there?
Correct.
And now, as you're leaving the police department, you have concerns about Joey's killer.
Correct.
And killer was your words.
Yes.
Did you then tell law enforcement another version of what took place?
Yes.
What did you tell them?
I told them that Samantha was there.
What else did you tell them?
And that I told her to leave.
Did you ever tell law enforcement that Samantha looked at you and said, just tell the police he stabbed himself?
She did say that.
So you did say that as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So starting at the beginning of what I guess would now be version 3, what did you tell law enforcement? Do you remember at all?
I don't recall.
Okay, so kind of like we've been doing, would it help if you saw a video
Yeah.
clip?
Yes, please.
So with that, Judge, I'd like to now play another video clip. It is entitled 5-Pfeffer version 3.
Judge, I'm going to object at this point. The witness just testified to what he told police in this version.
He also said he didn't remember.
Okay. The objection's overruled. We'll allow the defense to cross-examine on this third or fourth interview. The attorney, the prosecutor, and the witness should just slow down a little bit, just so I get clarity on the segment of what time this started. He mentioned that he remembers some version of that, but then he did follow up and say he didn't remember everything, or the sentiments were expressed. So that's why I'm overruling the objection.
So with your permission, I'll proceed in the fashion I have. I'll start the video and then pause it and then note the specifics on the video itself.
Just give us the counter number or the time that this version is starting.
Correct. Okay, so the video started. I've paused it. Now we are at that same day as the last clip, July 19th. It's now 3:19 a.m. and 18 seconds. This clip is 34 seconds long, and I intend to play the entire thing, and we'll do so now.
Okay, just wait a second. 3:19 and how many seconds?
18:18.
And how long is the clip?
34 seconds.
Okay, go ahead.
I had 4 missed calls when I pulled into the parking lot from Samantha. Didn't think much of it. I just walked in the apartment, hit the buzzer. She buzzed me in. Walked into the apartment. Joey was laying on a linoleum in the kitchen. She looked at me dead in the eye. She said, "Just tell the police he stabbed himself."
So now that you've reviewed that clip, is that the summary of what you said?
Yes.
And the woman behind you in that clip, is that Christy Cleland?
Yes.
Correct that before law enforcement got there, you and Christy spoke and kind of decided what you would tell law enforcement?
That's correct.
Now, out of all, or when you were going through that, did Sergeant Riddle ask you if something along the lines of, why didn't you ask Samantha what happened when you walk in?
Yeah, I believe so.
And did you tell Sergeant Riddle something along the lines of you didn't want Samantha to confess to you?
I don't recall that.
Kind of as we've been doing, would it help refresh your recollection if I played a clip of that?
Yes.
So with that in Exhibit 1, I have a clip called Pfeffer Confess.
And once again, if you can set it up with the counter number or the time, just so there's clarity in our notes.
Yep. So the counter number on this one, it's a 34-second video. The time is again July 19th. It's at 3:39 a.m. and 48 seconds. I will play it in its entirety.
There, one of my first questions is probably going to be like, Samantha, what the hell happened? What the hell happened?
It's not my-
Even if
it's
she
not the right
even if
idea.
she
And
didn't.
he didn't even ask that You know,
It's not the way I do
I
things. I don't wanna
instantly
know.
went, I
She
instantly
didn't
went.
say anything.
No, she said, tell the cops Joey stabbed himself. And I'm just gonna go off of what she said because I am who I am in the streets. And I just simply rolled with it. I don't wanna know. I don't want her to confess to me. I don't want her to confess to Christy. I don't wanna know. Just, you told me this.
So that clip is now done. So you said you didn't want her to confess,
Yes,
and those were your words?
yes,
Now, after all of that, is it fair to say that's 3 versions to the police at that point?
yes, yes.
Fair to say that even now, as we said, none of those are the complete truth?
Correct.
Because when you first got to that apartment, July 18th, around 9:46 PM, and you walked up those steps, is it true that your first reaction when you opened that apartment door was you thought that Sam had stabbed Joey?
Yes,
You had the recording app on your phone, is that correct?
yes.
And you said you stabbed, and you stopped right there, is that correct?
I don't recall. I don't remember that.
Would it help if I played a clip that you had recorded on your phone?
Sure.
In the same we have been, would like to play Pfeffer recording 1. It's a clip of the crime lab video, so the time is going to be before, it's of that exhibit that was played with Lisa Krieger yesterday morning. The clip of that exhibit.
And what's the duration of the clip? It's part of Exhibit 1.
It's not the entire thing, I'll know the specific time when I open it up.
Okay.
This is a 15-second clip. The timer on it starts at 21:47:15. I will play it in its entirety. And it's from July 18th of 2024.
Terry time is what?
21:47:15.
47 PM and 15 seconds?
Yes, sir, on July 18th of 2024.
Go ahead.
You stick. Oh my fucking God.
And I
So upon hearing that, Mr. Pfeffer, does that refresh your memory?
I don't remember that, but that's my voice.
When you walked in, you said you stepped and you stopped in the middle of what sounds like stabbed? That's what you said?
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
Now, is it true that when you walked in there, it was actually you who suggested calling an ambulance?
Yes,
And you pretty much made that suggestion right away.
yes.
Is that true? Is it also true that it was Miss Krebs who basically talked you out of that?
Yes.
And how did that go?
Something along the line where she said, no, 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 it'll be all right, something like that.
Okay. Do you remember exactly what happened in that time frame? No. Would it help if I played the clip?
Sure.
Your Honor, with that, I'll play Pfeffer recording 2.
All right, and once again, put the military or regular time as the starting point and tell us how long the clip is.
In the clip in its entirety, this one starts at 21:47:24. It's a 17-second clip,
21, 47, and what?
24,
And how many seconds is the clip?
12, sorry. I need new glasses, apparently, 12 seconds. I'm going to play it in its entirety.
You stick. Oh my fucking God.
breathing, and I don't think it went through the organ.
All right, we need to call an ambulance.
Hold on, it's just right here.
Were you able to hear that recording, Mr. Pfeffer?
Yes, I was.
At the end of it, do we hear a part that says, "Hold on, it's just right here"?
Yes,
Whose voice is that?
that's Samantha's.
Samantha Krebs?
Yes,
So I understand it correctly that you actually wanted to call the ambulance?
yes,
And it was the defendant who talked you out of it?
yes.
Now, is it true that the defendant, Samantha Krebs, then said something along, well, do you remember what she said after that?
I don't remember.
Would it help if we played this clip further? Sure. Your Honor, with that, I move to play Pfeffer recording 3.
Once again, if you can give us a starting time and the duration of the clip.
The starting time with this clip is 21:47:39. That is again on July 18th of 2024. This is a smaller clip. It's 4 seconds, and I'll play it in its entirety.
I have to get this stuff from you. Keep them away from them.
Joey, come on.
Did you hear how that clip began?
No, I didn't.
I have to get this stuff from you. Keep them away from them.
Joey, come on.
Did you hear that beginning of that clip?
Yes.
What did you hear?
I can't be sure. I can't make it out.
Okay. But when you got in that apartment, after you suggested calling the ambulance, whose idea initially was it to leave? Hers or yours?
Mine.
Okay. And even after hearing that video, you still, it was your idea for her to leave?
Yes, I believe so.
Now, before she left, did the defendant give you a theory as to what you should tell police?
She just said that, tell the cops Joey stabbed himself.
Did she say anything about, what are we supposed to say, he fell on a knife?
Yes.
So those are two different things. When did she say one? When did she say the other?
I can't be sure. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
Would it help if we played the clip?
Yes.
So with that, I'll play Pfeffer recording 4. It's the final part of this section of the crime lab video.
Everybody.
So this video starts at 21:47:44. It's from July 18th of 2024, and it's 9 seconds long. I'm going to play it in its entirety.
Everybody.
What are you supposed to say? You fell on a knife? Hey.
I don't fucking know.
Did you hear that, Mr. Pfeffer?
Yes, I did.
What did you hear?
Samantha saying, what should I say? You fell on a knife?
And then what did you hear after that? Like, did you hear, was that you who said, I don't know?
Yes.
Where is Christy in all of this?
Just kneeling down and putting pressure on his wound.
Did you hear somebody saying, hey, in there as well?
Yes.
And who was that?
I don't know.
So with that, I'll play it again.
Everybody.
What are you supposed to say? You fell on a knife? Hey.
I don't fucking know.
Hear that at the end, the hey?
Yes, that was Christy.
So do I understand your testimony correct, that the voice that suggested, what are we supposed to say, he fell on a knife, that was the defendant?
Yes.
And the hey, that was Christy?
Yes.
And the voice who said, I don't fucking know, that was you?
Correct.
Now we're going to jump around a little bit on the timeline just to make sure that we get everything. Is it correct that you were deleting things on your phone after law enforcement arrived?
Yes.
What were you deleting?
I was deleting things that may have led me to get in trouble.
Were those messages from Sam?
Yes.
And messages from Joey?
Among other things, yes.
What else did you delete?
Conversations I had with other people that may have been illegal in nature.
Okay. But you didn't delete everything? No. I'm sorry, that microphone didn't pick up your answer. Okay. And then as we saw, I believe it was yesterday, did Sam call again?
Yes.
After that initial call that we saw in the video yesterday?
I don't remember.
Okay. You remember handing your phone to a police officer?
Yes. Yes.
Do you remember telling Sam what you were doing?
Yes.
What did you tell her?
I told her that the cops are now going to have my phone.
Now, let's go back as far as the timeline goes to after you're at the Appleton Police Department. You've given that third version where you said that the defendant said, just tell the police he stabbed himself. Once that's all done, was there a point in time when you and Christy were alone in the family room?
Yes.
Do you remember talking to Christy about what you did to help the defendant?
I don't remember.
Do you remember talking to Christy at all?
I do remember us being alone in the family room.
Okay, so with that, do you remember any of what you talked about with Christy?
I believe I said something like, we're going to tell the truth, we're going to come out and say that exactly what happened.
But you didn't say exactly what happened. Right?
Not up to that point.
Because, I mean, the video was the recording of what took place, correct?
Right.
Now, when you spoke to, well, let's just go through it this way. Do you remember specifically what you told Christy in the family room when you were with her?
No.
Would it help to view the recording of that?
Yes.
Your Honor, with that, I move to play what's on Exhibit 1. It's 6, John and Christy at APD.
And you can give us a starting point time-wise?
Or this one is quiet, so I don't know if the court could, if we're at the max volume, but this one's a little bit quieter.
If you can control it on yours, that would help too.
Thank you. Okay, so I played it and now I'm backing it up, but turn it up a little bit.
What's the time?
The time is, now we're on July 19th, 2024. It's later in the morning. It's 4:15:20. The clip here, I believe, is 59 seconds long. And then I'll play it in its entirety.
You did good, baby. That's everything. I just didn't want to see you get caught.
I love you.
I love you too.
I mean it. I won't do anything different.
I protected her as best I could.
I know you did.
And I'm still trying, but they were going to find out.
Go get a style. Okay. Yeah.
My little hard case with my bitch in it
Mm.
is sitting on top of the back tire underneath the truck. Her bitch is inside the gas tank. So they'll probably find that.
I played that clip in its entirety. Let's go through it. Do you remember the first thing now that you've watched that, Mr. Pfeffer, that you spoke to Christy about?
I still didn't hear it. The first part of that conversation, I didn't pick up.
Played it again?
Sure.
Okay.
You did good, baby. That's everything. I just didn't want to see you get caught.
I love you.
I love you too.
I mean it. I won't do anything different.
I protected her as best I could.
I know you did.
And I'm still trying, but they were going to find out.
Go get a style. Okay. Yeah.
My little hard case with my bitch in it
Mm.
is sitting on top of the back tire underneath the truck. Her bitch is inside the gas tank. So they'll probably find that.
Okay, I've played it again in its entirety for the second time. Did you hear the initial thing that you said to Christy?
I still didn't pick up on it.
How did you feel about how Christy had handled herself and what she had told law enforcement?
I felt she handled herself good.
Before you spoke to law enforcement, you and her, did you and her speak about what to say?
Yes.
What did you say between the two of you?
I said, tell the police that nobody was there when we got there.
Now, after that, did you say something about, I tried to protect her the best I could?
Yes.
Who were you referring to when you made that statement?
Is referring to Samantha.
The defendant?
Yes.
Did you also make a statement about something about a hard case with a bitch in it?
Yes.
What does that mean?
I had a little case that had my paraphernalia in it.
So in that phrasing, like, when you say bitch, what is a bitch?
That's a slang street word for a pipe,
Okay, a pipe, what's that pipe used for?
smoking meth.
And you said what did you do with your pipe?
I put it on the back tire.
Okay, did you hide anybody else's pipe?
Yes, I hid Samantha's.
Did you hide any of Joey's things?
No.
Okay, so give me 1 sec. I just want to confirm.
Yes, you can approach.
All right, Mr. Pfeffer, I'm going to show you what's been marked as exhibits 113, 114, 15, 16, and 17, if I could. What I want you to do, sir, is just take a look at those and see if you recognize them. Feel free to take your time.
Okay.
And what is the first number on there? It's 113, right? Actually, before we get to that point, all of those pictures, do you recognize those pictures?
I recognize what's in the pictures.
What are those pictures of?
Paraphernalia.
Okay, and that's 113 through 116? I'm sorry, 113 through 115?
Yes,
How about 116? Do you recognize what's in 116?
that's a picture of my vehicle,
How about 117?
of it.
Okay, are those all pictures of how those things looked that evening on July 18th, 2024?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'd ask to admit exhibits 113 to 117 and publish the same.
Any objection?
No, sir.
Okay, jurors can note in their notebooks, photo exhibits 113 through 117 are received. Go ahead, you can publish.
Sorry. Switching back and forth between screens is wreaking havoc on my computer. 1 second from current slides. There we go. Okay. So we have 113 up, is that correct, Mr. Pfeffer?
Yes.
See on 113.
The back tire of my vehicle, and on top of the tire is a camouflage case that I put my paraphernalia in.
114, what do we see in 114?
That's a picture of the case opened up,
And what do we see inside?
my meth pipe, and a torch.
Torch, is that another word for a lighter?
Yes.
15.
That's another meth pipe that I had hid inside the gas tank.
Whose meth pipe is that?
That was Samantha and Joey's.
Earlier you said it was Samantha's.
Well, I mean, they share everything, or shared everything, so, you know, he used it as much as she did, I guess.
How did you come to possess it?
It was laying on the floor in the living room, I believe, so I picked it up and got it out of the apartment before law enforcement showed up.
Nobody gave it to you?
No.
Do you see a substance on the pipe, a red substance?
Yes.
Know where that substance came from?
Looking at it, I believe that's just burnt residue.
The red substance?
I'm colorblind, just so you know.
Okay. Do you see a difference between the pipe that's in Exhibit 15 and one that's in Exhibit 14? 114? And for the record, I'll note I'm flipping between the two photos in front of the jury.
Yes, I see the difference.
What difference do you see?
One is clear or white, the other one looks to be darker.
That darker color came to be on the one that's in Exhibit 115?
No, I don't.
Okay. Let's move to Exhibit 116. This is your car, you said?
Yes,
Okay. And how about 117?
that's another picture of my car.
Okay, thank you, sir. I pause just for 1 second while I switch between media. So, Mr. Pfeffer, you testified previously that you had done all of this to protect Samantha.
Yes,
Did you have romantic feelings for her?
yes,
How long did you have those feelings?
a few months.
You had those feelings despite being there with Christy that evening?
Yes,
Remember leaving Samantha a voicemail on about May 2024 expressing those feelings?
yes.
What did that voicemail say?
I don't remember exactly.
Would it help if we played it?
Sure.
So with that, I'll move, Your Honor, to play another exhibit on Exhibit 1. It's Pfeffer voicemail to Sam on May 21st, 2024. It's a voicemail, so there is no video component. I plan to play it in its entirety.
How many minutes or seconds is it?
It is short, 25 seconds.
Okay, you can do that to refresh his recollection.
Oh, I'm sorry, when I clicked off, my computer was muted. I'm gonna start it over and unmute my computer. Try this again.
I wanted to know if that made any sense at all, that I was feeling guilty about leaving with a different woman. It's very strange to me, but I'm serious about wanting you. And I hope you see that and can kind of tell. I really do. Have a great morning. Talk to you later, babe. Bye-bye.
Now that you've heard that message, do you remember it?
Yes,
Was that message to Sam?
yes.
Now, I want to talk about what you did after you left the police department that morning of July 19th, okay?
Okay.
So how long did you, I guess we'll start before that. How long did you talk to the police after you started talking to them that evening of July 18th?
11 hours, I think, something like that.
Yeah, and I'm not asking you to have a stopwatch, but overnight?
Yes.
Okay. So when you were done with police that following morning, July 19th, do you remember where you went?
I believe we went to my mother's house.
And what did you do at your mother's house?
I went in and talked to her and told her what had happened.
And were you emotional when you spoke to your mom?
I was very emotional. Well, this whole thing has been just very emotional all over the place. It's just been very hard.
Do you remember what you told your mom?
No, not specifically, I don't.
Did you tell her the truth about what happened?
I believe so.
When you were at your mom's, did you and Christy both go?
Yes, but Christy stayed out in the car.
Okay. What did you do after you left your mom's house?
I went to a friend's house where I believe Samantha would be.
Which friend?
His name is Jeff.
Do you know Jeff's last name?
No, I don't.
Recall about what time you got to Jeff's house?
I don't remember.
Okay, do you know where Jeff lives?
Yes. He lives in the Veterans Buildings in Appleton.
Okay, now, do I remember your testimony right, that you said before you called 911, you called to Jeff and you said something along the lines of, "This is an emergency, call me right now." Do you remember that?
Yes,
Are we talking about the same Jeff?
yes,
Okay. Now, you said you don't remember what time you got to Jeff's, is that correct?
correct.
If I showed you a photo of you arriving there with a timestamp that was close to that time, would that maybe help refresh your memory?
Sure.
All right, so I'm going to show you two images. They're exhibits 38 and 39. I want you to just take a look at them, specifically as to who is in them, and then what time is in the upper right corner of those images. Feel free to just take a look, and then when you're done, I'll ask you some more questions, okay?
Okay. In the pictures is Christy and my,
Wait, wait till I ask questions. I just want you to take a look at them. See if do you recognize the people in those photos?
yes,
Okay, so let's look at both of them. Who are the people in those photos?
myself and Christy Cleland.
Okay, and do you recognize the area that those photos are from?
Yes, they're from the side door of the apartment building that Jeffrey lives in.
Okay, and about what time, actually, before I ask that, let me ask this. After looking at those photos, does that help you remember exactly when you got there?
Yes.
And so about what time did you get to Jeff's apartment?
11:30 a.m.
And how long did you stay there?
About 40 minutes.
Now, when you left, let me ask that a different way. Did you get anything while you were at that apartment?
Yes, I picked up a cell phone from Samantha.
And do you know, was that originally Samantha's phone or was it somebody else's?
It was Samantha's phone.
And what did you do with the information that was on that phone?
I deleted her iCloud information, backed it up to the cloud, and then deleted it
And why did you do that?
so I could put my iCloud information on the phone.
Did you tell Samantha about that?
No, I did not.
You didn't tell her about backing up the iCloud information?
Yeah, I did. I told her I backed up her contacts and all her other information so she could still get access to them.
Did she ask you to do that?
No, I just did it on my own.
Did you communicate with her about that?
Yes.
Do you remember what you told her?
No, not specifically.
Would it help if I showed you the messages that you communicated with Samantha on about that phone?
Yes.
The bailiff hand me the last exhibit that he reviewed?
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, good idea.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, I'm sorry, I'm kind of doing a couple things at once. You said it would help you if I showed you.
Yes.
Okay, so it's just like we've been doing, Mr. Pfeffer, what I'd like you to do is I'm going to hand you exhibits. They're 108, 109, 110, 111, and 112. I just want you to take a look at these, and once you've looked at them, I'll ask you some more questions, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and when I come up there, I'll probably grab the other ones that you have. Well, actually, strike that, I'll leave them with you. Thank you, sir. I'll summarize your conversation with Samantha.
Yes,
Okay, Your Honor, with that, I'd move to omit 108 to 112 and publish the same in series.
Exhibits 108 and 112, any objection?
No.
All right, those jurors, those exhibits 108 through 112 are received and may be published and presented to the jury.
With that, I'll begin with 108. It's kind of hard to read. Can you read what that says, Mr. Pfeffer?
I need your email sending your contacts.
We're moving along to 109. And I'd like to focus on the green bubble. Who's the green one from at the very top?
From Jeff Hayes.
But what, the email address that's been sent to you, what's that email address?
That's Samantha's email.
And then those other two bubbles, do those, fair to say those indicate calls?
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on to 110. What does 110 show us?
It shows the message that she wanted her phone back, and I said that her phone was gone permanently.
Again, that message, the green one, is from Jeff Hayes, is that right?
Correct.
So is it correct then, do I understand it right, that you're communicating with Samantha, but using Jeff Hayes's phone?
Yes.
And what did you mean by your phone's gone permanently?
That I had destroyed her phone, gotten rid of it.
Move to 111. The blue box is you, is that correct?
Yes.
What do you tell Samantha here?
That I backed up her photos and contacts, and that I can get those to her tomorrow. And then she replied, I can't get into my email unless I get a code sent to that phone.
And when did that take place?
On July 20.
Was there a reason why you deleted this phone for Samantha and she did not?
Because I had the phone.
Do you remember telling police anything about her not knowing how to do a complete job?
Yeah, something like that, yes.
Do you remember what you told them?
That she didn't know how to do a complete wipe.
You did it for her?
Yes.
So I'm going to move to Exhibit 112 then. And this is the final one of this series. What does 112 tell us? It's the same as you, is that the same as what you have in front of you?
Yes, I remember this.
What does this one say?
Says, if she can't get in there, remember my new password, then I can't have any of my contacts, stating the fact that she wouldn't be able to retrieve any of her contacts.
So that process of backing up the phone, who did you do that for?
I did that for Samantha.
Did you do that to protect her further?
No, I did it to back her stuff up. I mean, that's what you do.
You had wiped things that were on that phone from the time that Joey was stabbed, right?
Yes.
In deleting that, did you intend to help Samantha?
In doing that,
Yes, in wiping the phone.
not really. There wasn't anything there to incriminating.
Then I guess I don't understand, why would you wipe it at all?
You have to wipe the phone out and reset the iCloud so I could put my iCloud information in there and use the phone. You have to do that before you can do that.
Or was it your intention that in doing that, you would have destroyed anything that Samantha would have had on that phone?
Negative. When you back something up to the cloud, you're preserving it, you're saving it.
But when you preserved it and you saved it, you saved it for Samantha.
Well, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I have no further questions.
Okay, and we're going to take our first break then. So we're about an hour in. So what we're going to do is probably take about a 20-minute break. It's about 10 after 9. We'll start again at 9:30 with cross-examination, and we'll have the jury step out first. All rise for the jury. Okay, before we take our break, I'm going to address the witness. So is the lawyer still logged in? Is that correct? You can have a seat.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and the court has a pending motion, so I'm going to just ask your client a few questions on that. Counsel, you can have a seat, please. We're going to continue with the witness. All right, the court has a pending motion, Mr. Pfeffer, and I just kind of need to confirm a timeline or a general timeline. You had mentioned that you were at Appleton Police into the next morning, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
And then the photo suggests you arrived at Mr. Hayes's about 11:30 in the morning. Is that your belief that you arrived there at some point?
Yes.
When you leave APD earlier that morning, did you go anywhere other than your mom's between APD and Jeff Hayes's house?
We went back to pick up my vehicle
Which was where?
at Samantha Krebs' apartment.
Okay. And you also said that during the time period you were at your mom's, you were in there, Christy was not in there. Right. And you talked about being emotional at your mom's for a period of time. Did she do anything to try and calm you down?
I don't remember.
All right. Do you have an estimate of how much time you hung out at your mom's during that mid-morning time before you went over to the Hayes apartment?
How long was I at my mom's?
It could be an estimate of your best recollection.
I probably had breakfast there as well, so probably an hour or maybe hour and a half,
Okay.
I'm guessing.
And you said when you talked to your mom, you were emotional about explaining what had happened?
Yes,
Okay. But as you sit here today, you don't recall the exact words you said to her?
correct.
Okay. All right. Just in relation to the motion, the prosecutors can ask some follow-up questions, defense attorneys can ask some questions.
I don't have anything to add to your questions, Judge.
Go ahead, Ms. Rock, if you have any.
Any judge?
Okay. All right, we're going to take our break. We'll go for about 15 minutes or so, and if he needs to take a bathroom break, that's fine. Wait for the witness to come back out, but back on the record, State versus Samantha Krebs. One other issue I want to address before we get back to the witness. At least the court to some extent, but the staff to some extent too. Once again, counsel, we need defense counsel in particular to talk to your client about the shaking of the head or movements during testimony, or even kind of any kind of smiling or smirking. So that cannot continue in any fashion, even if it's slight or more pronounced. Once again, with the case, the Norwood case, that could open the door to witnesses commenting on the defendant's demeanor on the stand. It could even open the door to the prosecution commenting on the defendant's demeanor. So that needs to stop. Do you understand that, Ms. Krebs? This is not an event where the referees or somebody is looking at the people in the crowd or the audience and responding to them, whether they're shaking their head or smiling or smirking. I'm not allowing the prosecution table or their officers to make any reaction either. So it goes both ways, but your behavior has been noticeable. It was earlier on in the process. It's come up during this present witness. It needs to stop. Do you understand that? Yes, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, before we bring the jurors back out, we're back on the record on State versus Samantha Krebs. Mr. Pfeffer, your questioning now is going to be from Ms. Rock, so you can direct your attention her way. And once again, I need to caution you, listen to the question, keep your answers within the scope of the question. If the attorneys want more than it's outside the scope of the question, they'll ask you follow-up questions. You're not to volunteer anything extra beyond the scope of the question. Do you understand that?
Yes, Judge.
And do your best to stay near the mic. We appreciate those efforts. And any other issues before we bring the jury back out from the state?
No, sir, thank you.
The defense?
Nothing.
Okay, we'll bring the jury back out. Okay, everybody can be seated. All 14 jurors are back in court. We'll have the deputy slide back next to the bailiff. And when we left off, the prosecutor had passed the witness, so they've completed their direct examination of John Pfeffer. Ms. Rock, the defense counsel, will ask you questions now. Mr. Pfeffer, once again, do your best to listen to the scope of the question. If you have any trouble understanding the question, she can restate that, but to limit your answers to within the scope of the question. Do you understand that?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Rock. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Pfeffer, I want to make sure that we're all very clear on something right off the bat. As you sit here today, you do not know what occurred in apartment 5 on July 18th of 2024 before you arrived there. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And when you first spoke to police on July 18th of 2024, when you were outside of apartment 5, you did not know what happened in that apartment prior to you arriving there.
Correct.
And when you spoke to police for the first time at the sheriff's department on the night of July 18th of 2024, you did not know what happened in apartment 5 prior to you arriving there, correct?
Correct.
And when you spoke to law enforcement when you were in the room with Christy Cleland, you did not know what occurred in apartment 5 on July 18th of 2024 prior to you arriving there. Correct. And when you spoke with law enforcement on the day that you went to retrieve your cell phone, you did not know what occurred in apartment 5 on July 18th of 2024 prior to your arrival. You do not know whether Joey's wound was self-inflicted.
Correct.
Now, I want to talk a bit about your relationship with Samantha Krebs. You said that you've known her for about 8 to 10 years, is that correct?
Something like that, yes.
And you testified that around the time frame of July 2024, your relationship was to the point where you would converse about every other day.
Correct.
How long had that type of frequent contact been in place for?
I don't know, a couple months.
And you had known Joey Carnot for about 6 months, is that correct?
Yes.
And you met him through your relationship with Sam?
Correct.
And you essentially spent almost as much time with Joey because Joey and Samantha were always together.
Correct.
And you knew that Joey and Samantha were engaged?
Yes.
And were you aware that they had recently set a wedding date?
I was not aware of that.
And you had talked a bit about how you had some romantic interest for Samantha, is that correct?
Correct.
And those feelings had developed just a few months before July of 2024, is that right?
Correct.
And you were aware that Samantha did not have those same feelings for you.
Correct.
She was dedicated to her relationship with Joey.
She was.
Would you have described yourself as being friends with Joey?
Yes.
And again, you spent frequent time with both him and Samantha.
Correct.
You were aware that Samantha struggled with some addiction issues?
Yes.
You were aware that Joey struggled with some addiction issues?
Yes.
You yourself struggle with addiction?
Yes.
And your issues relating to addiction or surrounding it, that's some of what your friendship with Samantha is based off of, is that correct?
Correct.
You and Samantha would often hang out together to do drugs.
Yes.
And Joey would often be there during those times as well.
Yes.
And the three of you would partake in doing drugs.
Yes.
And the drug of choice between the three of you was methamphetamine.
Correct.
And when you actually were going over to apartment 5 on the night of July 18th of 2024, you were going over with the intent to use methamphetamine.
Correct.
And you believe that Samantha would be using as well.
Yes.
And same with Joey.
Yes.
Prior to going to the apartment that night, had you already consumed methamphetamine?
No.
Talking a bit more about your relationship with Sam and Joey, spending time with them together, you would see how they'd be able to interact with one another, correct?
Yes.
Did you ever witness any physical arguments between the two of them?
Yes.
Physical altercations?
Yes.
And those altercations that you had witnessed, was it Samantha being physical?
It was both of them.
And they would argue about things?
Yes.
And this would be more so when they were under the influence of a controlled substance?
Yes.
And were there times, or let me ask, you were aware of some mental health issues, is that correct?
Correct.
That Joey Carnot had suffered from?
Yes.
And were there occasions where you witnessed Joey going through some type of mental state?
Yes.
Can you describe for us what you've witnessed?
He was very erratic, and he would yell and kind of stomp around the apartment, and he would just be kind of difficult to deal with.
Did you ever witness Joey Carnot being delusional?
Yes.
Did you ever witness Joey Carnot hallucinating?
No.
And were you aware of whether he was prescribed any medications?
Yes, he was.
And around the incident, so July 18th of 2024, were you aware of whether he was taking those medications?
My understanding was he was off his meds at that time.
Now, talking about July 18th of 2024, at what point in that day, if you recall, did you make plans to go to apartment 5?
I'm sorry, at what time?
When throughout the day did those plans develop?
In the evening.
And how did they come about?
Well, basically, I wanted to get high, and so I called Samantha to see if she could help me out.
Tell us what you mean by help you out.
If she had anything that would get me high.
And she did.
Yes,
And so she had invited you to come to apartment 5.
correct,
And she told you that Joey would be there as well?
correct,
And the three of you made plans essentially to hang out
correct,
and consume methamphetamine.
correct.
How did Christy become a part of those plans?
Christy was hanging out with me at the time, and I just brought her with.
It's true that Christy's also suffered from addiction issues,
Yes,
and she was going to go with the intent of also consuming methamphetamine.
correct,
Christy was somebody that you were in an off-again, on-again relationship,
yes,
romantically.
yes,
So the plans to go to apartment 5 on the evening of July 18th of 2024 developed between you and Samantha.
yes,
And she invited you to come over to the apartment.
correct.
Did she have an idea as to when you were going to be arriving?
Calls for speculation.
Can you restate the question?
Absolutely. Did you tell Samantha when you believed you would get to the apartment?
Yes,
And what time did you believe you would get there?
sometime after 10 o'clock, I believe it was.
And what time, if you recall, did you actually arrive?
About 8:30, 8:40, something like that, or I'm sorry, 9:30, 9:40, somewhere in there.
9:30, 9:40 p.m., correct?
Correct,
And you arrived at the apartment with Christy.
yes,
And it was your understanding that when you went inside, both Samantha and Joey would be there.
correct,
When you are walking up to the apartment, are you bringing your meth pipe with you?
yes,
And that was because, again, your plan was to consume meth.
correct.
You talked about having 4 missed calls when you arrived that evening. Do you know when you had received those calls?
They all came in the previous 10 minutes to arriving at the apartment.
And when you had spoken with Samantha earlier to make the plans to go to that apartment, do you recall if that was by like written message or whether it was by some type of phone call?
I don't remember.
Do you recall being under the belief that anything would be unusual when you arrived at the apartment?
You restate the question?
Did you have any reason to think that that you would be walking in on something when you arrived at the apartment that night?
No,
Now, we've heard snippets of this audio recording that your phone took. Do you recall hearing some of that?
yes,
Have you ever heard the entire recording?
no,
All that you've gotten to hear are these little clips that the prosecutor chose to play for you. Is that right?
correct,
And you, in fact, weren't aware that your phone was even making this recording.
correct,
Now, we've heard, Mr. Pfeffer, about how you've told multiple stories about what you walked in on that night, right?
correct,
And you are the one who made the decision to tell those multiple stories.
correct,
You didn't do so because anybody told you to.
correct,
Specifically, you didn't do so because Samantha told you to.
correct.
And you didn't do so because she asked you to help her.
No,
You chose to help her.
correct,
And in doing so, you also believe that you were helping yourself.
I don't think that was a factor.
You just really wanted to look out for her.
Yes,
Now, as you sit here today, do you recall specifically what was said when you first walked into the apartment?
I don't recall specifically and exactly what was all said when I walked into the apartment, just what has been played for me on, the audio tapes.
So your memory at this time is based off of what you've heard earlier.
Yes,
Do you recall at some point when you initially walk in asking Samantha if she had gotten the stuff out?
I don't remember that.
You were aware that there were drugs in the apartment.
Yes,
Were you aware that Samantha was on supervision?
yes,
And you yourself were on supervision, correct?
yes,
And you also knew that Christy was on supervision.
yes,
And when you're on supervision, you have to report any and all police contact.
yes,
And if, knowing that you were on supervision this evening, you knew that if police were contacted, that was going to be reported to your agent.
yes,
And you had been suffering from addiction at that time.
yes,
You had been using on and off.
yes,
And the same for Samantha. You knew that any police contact she had would have to be reported to her agent.
yes,
And you were aware that she had been using on and off.
yes,
When you first walked into the apartment, you said that you saw Joey laying on the ground, correct?
correct.
And he's a good friend of yours.
I thought so, yes,
And you saw some blood, is that right?
yes,
But at that time, you did not know how serious the wound was.
correct.
And in fact, at that time, you didn't know if there was a wound.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of blood around the chest, so I didn't know.
You said that Christy, when she walked in, she went to assist Joey, is that right?
Correct.
And when you walked in, where was Samantha?
When we first walked in, she was standing above Joey, kind of, I don't remember if she was kneeling down or standing up, but she was by Joey.
She was assisting him.
Yes,
And she had some paper towel out already.
yes,
And she was applying pressure to Joey's wound.
I believe so, yes,
And she was the one who showed you where the wound was.
yes.
And at that point in time, did you see any weapon?
I don't remember when I noticed, but I noticed a knife on the floor.
And this was something that you picked up
Yes, I picked it up.
and you put it in the sink
Yes,
and you wiped it off.
no,
You never wiped it off?
no,
Do you recall telling police that you wiped it off?
no.
Why did you pick up the knife?
Well, because Joey had kind of come to for a minute and started flailing. He stood up. He actually stood up and started throwing his arms around and was kind of stumbling around, and I didn't want him to pick up the knife again. So I picked it up and put it in the sink, just took it off the floor.
Did anybody ask you to pick up the knife?
No,
And what you just told us about why you picked up the knife, that is what you've told law enforcement in the past, correct?
yes,
You are the one that told Samantha to leave.
yes,
You did so because you were concerned about her supervision status
in part, yes,
and because you were aware that there were drugs in the residence.
yes,
You were aware that she had been using.
yes,
And you also walked in to Joey bleeding.
yes,
And it's your belief that in a situation like that, a fiance is always a suspect,
correct,
always the first suspect,
yes,
no matter what the actual circumstances are.
right,
And again, Samantha is your friend and you wanted to protect her.
yes,
She never asked you to protect her.
no,
You told her to leave,
yes,
and she did.
yes.
Before she left, do you recall her getting anything from the apartment?
Her purse,
And then she left.
yes.
Did you know where she was going?
She didn't tell me, but I had an idea.
You never told her where to go?
No.
After she leaves, you're looking through the apartment, correct?
Yes,
And at some point, you locate a meth pipe,
yes,
and you decide to bring that to your car.
yes,
Samantha never asked you to do that.
no,
She never told you where this meth pipe was.
No,
It's something you came across.
correct,
You brought it to your car and we saw the photographs, correct?
correct,
And you in fact don't know whether that was just Samantha's pipe or Joey's pipe or both.
correct.
But oftentimes you would see them using the same items.
Yes.
And when you brought that pipe that you found out to your car, you also brought your meth pipe back out there.
Yes,
And you did this before you called law enforcement.
I don't remember if I did it before or after I called.
Do you recall how many times you walked out to your vehicle?
No, I don't recall.
You were concerned about any items of paraphernalia being located in the house when police arrived.
Yes.
And you were concerned about any physical drugs being located in the apartment when police arrived.
Yes,
And you wanted to do what you could to make sure those items were out before police arrived.
yes,
And you did that to protect Samantha
yes,
and to an extent yourself,
that's correct.
and also to protect Christy.
Correct.
At some point, we've heard that you contact Jeff, is that correct?
I tried.
And why did you try to contact Jeff?
He was a medic in the military and had training, and at the time, I didn't think that Joey's wound was that severe. There just wasn't that much blood. So I figured I'd call Jeff and find out where he was and, you know, have him come over if he was close by.
And that's because it would have been better to have somebody who is a friend help with the situation versus getting police involved.
Correct,
And Jeff didn't answer,
correct,
and you sent him a text message.
yes,
He didn't answer that either
right,
for quite some time.
yeah,
And after Jeff doesn't answer, you call somebody else, correct?
yes.
Who's that?
His neighbor Chuck,
Why was that call made?
because he lived right down the hall from Jeff, and they knew each other, and I could have Chuck go and knock on Jeff's door and see if he was home or awake.
Chuck never answered.
Correct,
And so then you place a call to 911.
correct,
When you contacted Jeff, was your intention to get him to help protect Samantha?
no.
It was to not get the police involved.
It was to get medical attention for Joey,
And Samantha never asked you to contact Jeff.
no.
You testified previously about the 911 call that you placed. Do you recall that?
Yes,
And you testified how when you walked into the apartment, you suggested calling 911.
yes,
And your testimony is that Samantha talked you out of calling the ambulance right away.
yes.
Did she ask you not to call the ambulance?
I think she said something to the effect of, no, don't call yet.
And do you know whether she was saying that to you?
Yeah, she was saying it to me.
And no, don't call yet, that's what you heard on the recording?
Something like that, yeah.
And that's why you believe she said that?
Yes,
And if the recording said, no, just hold on, do you think that would be accurate?
yes,
And if the recording said, no, just hold on, it's right here, do you think that would be accurate?
yes.
And you don't know whether that statement was directed towards you or towards Christy, is that correct?
Correct,
And at that point in time, if you're thinking of calling 911, Christy's down rendering aid to Joey,
yes,
which is what Samantha was doing.
yes,
So when somebody is saying, no, just hold on, it's right here, you don't really know the context of that statement.
right,
It's at that point in time where you ask Samantha if she's got everything out.
yes,
And that actually wasn't one of the clips that you heard today, is that right?
correct,
But that occurred.
yes,
And in response to that, Samantha tells you, no, I've got to go get, and something of that nature, correct?
yeah, something like that,
And we actually heard that statement played for you.
yes,
But the statement where you ask her if everything else is out, you never got to hear that, correct?
Correct.
But you know that you said that.
Yes.
And that's because, again, you're looking out for Samantha.
Yes.
She never told you first that she had to go get stuff out of the apartment.
No.
She responded to a question that you asked.
Yes.
When you make the 911 call, Samantha is gone. Is that correct?
I don't remember if she had already left or was getting stuff, her purse and stuff to get ready to leave. I don't remember.
And when you make the 911 call, you tell the dispatcher that when you arrived, nobody else was present.
Correct.
You are the one who decided to make that statement.
Yes.
Samantha never told you to make that statement.
No.
Samantha never asked you to make that statement.
No.
Samantha, you never had a conversation with Samantha where you told her you were going to make that statement.
I did.
When was that?
Well, before she left.
You told her that you would tell police she wasn't there.
I believe so.
And so on that 911 call, that's what you do.
Yes.
And you continue with that version of Samantha wasn't there when police first arrive.
Yes.
And you told Christy to tell police that Samantha wasn't there.
Correct.
And again, that was all of your own accord.
Correct.
You told the dispatcher that you believe Samantha was at a friend's house.
Correct.
Samantha never asked you to tell the dispatcher that.
No.
You also told police that you thought she was at a friend's house.
Yes.
Samantha never asked you to tell police that.
No.
When you are first at the police department speaking with officers, we know that you continue to say that Samantha was not there, correct?
Correct.
And at this point in time, you have only admitted to Joey having been at the apartment when you arrived.
Yes.
And you and Christy walking in together.
Yes.
And you were adamant up to that point that nobody else had been there.
Correct.
And we saw a clip being played where you were in a hallway at the police department. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And you were essentially on your way out of the police station.
Yes.
You had been there for quite some time.
Yes.
You were pretty emotional.
Very.
You were stressed out.
Big time.
You walked in on something pretty traumatic.
Yes.
You were concerned about drugs being located.
Yes.
You were concerned about having been using in the days leading up to this.
Correct.
You had those same concerns about Samantha.
Yes.
You had those same concerns about Christy.
Yes.
And in addition to that, you're diabetic
Yes.
and you were experiencing some issues with your diabetes, correct?
Yes.
Having some blood sugar issues.
Yes.
You're at the police department for quite a period of time before that clip where you're almost walking out.
Yes.
And it's when you are in that hallway that you make this comment that you have concerns about Joey's killer.
Yes.
And to be clear, at that point in time, you had no idea what happened to Joey.
Correct.
And at that time, you knew that it was just you and Christy that were put in that apartment with Joey.
Yes.
You knew that you were a suspect.
Yes.
You knew that you were involved,
Yes.
and you were concerned about that.
Yes.
When you make those comments about being concerned, you were also concerned about where Christy was, is that right?
Yes.
You wanted her to leave with you,
Yes.
and you didn't know if that was going to happen.
Correct.
You kept asking if that would happen,
Yes,
and you weren't told any information in that regard.
right,
You didn't know if something was going to happen to Christy based off of her supervision status,
you're right.
and you were trying to make sure that nothing happened to her,
Correct,
just like you were trying to make sure that nothing happened to Samantha.
correct,
It's after this that you're put into a room with Christy, is that correct?
yes,
And you're in that room for a very long period of time.
yes,
You saw about a minute clip of when you and Christy are laying on the couch, is that right?
yes.
But in fact, it was hours that you were in that room with her.
I don't know how long.
Quite some time, fair to say?
Yes,
And when you first go into that room, law enforcement joins you, is that correct?
yes,
And you decide to tell them the truth.
yes,
And the truth was that Samantha had in fact been there.
yes,
And you told police that Samantha had told you to tell police that Joey stabbed himself.
yes,
And in your mind, that occurred as soon as you had walked into the apartment.
yes.
And to be clear, you don't know if Joey stabbed himself.
No,
He could have.
he could have.
And in fact, that is something that you've considered had happened.
Yes,
You didn't report to law enforcement that Samantha had confessed to you,
no,
and that's because she didn't.
she did not.
In fact, her words were to tell the police he stabbed himself.
Correct,
Now, we also heard a clip, Mr. Pfeffer, about you telling law enforcement that you didn't ask Samantha what happened because you didn't want her to confess, correct?
correct,
And you've kind of explained that with your street involvement, you don't like to know things, is that correct?
that's correct,
You don't want to be put in the middle of things.
correct,
And so a lot of times you don't ask questions.
right,
And so when you heard on that little clippet of the recording of when you walked into the apartment, this little snippet of you say, "What the heck, you stat," do you recall that?
I don't recall saying it.
You recall hearing it?
Yes,
And it's just something that you stated when you walked in, correct?
right,
And you didn't know what happened.
no,
You still don't know what happened.
correct,
Other than Samantha telling you to tell the police that he stabbed himself, she never told you what else to tell police, correct?
correct,
When law enforcement first arrived, you've admitted today, you're under oath, and you admitted that you had deleted things from your phone, correct?
yes,
Samantha never asked you to delete anything from your phone.
no,
Christy never asked you to delete anything from your phone.
no,
You decided to do that,
yes.
and you deleted quite a few things, is that fair?
I don't recall.
You testified that you deleted things that you thought might have gotten you into trouble.
Yes,
And those were some messages from Sam.
yes,
And to be clear, you've had conversations with Sam about drugs,
yes,
about purchasing drugs,
yes,
and about doing drugs.
yes,
And you said you deleted messages from Joey,
yes,
and those would have also been messages about drugs.
yes,
And you said that you deleted conversations you had with other people regarding illegal things in nature.
yes,
So conversations about drugs.
yes,
But you didn't delete everything, is that correct?
correct,
You did eventually hand your phone off to officers,
yes,
and officers ultimately kept your phone after that evening, is that correct?
yes,
And so you were left without any phone.
Correct.
And when you left the police station the next day, you didn't have any phone.
Correct.
We've talked about how when you're in that room with Christy and the police are there, that was the point that you decided to tell the truth. Is that correct?
Yes.
And it was the truth about what you recalled happening that evening.
Yes.
And in that conversation, you did not tell the police about the objects that were hidden in your vehicle, correct?
Correct.
And that's because you still had this concern about any drug usage.
Yes.
And that concern was with regard to yourself, Christy, and Samantha.
Yes.
When you left the police department, do you recall why you decided to go to the Veterans Village Apartments?
Well, Jeff was a friend. I wanted to tell him what happened, and I also believed that Samantha would be there.
You didn't know for sure whether Samantha was there, correct?
Correct.
But that's where you thought she would go.
Yes.
And Jeff was a friend of yours?
Yes.
He was a friend of Samantha's?
Yes.
And he was a friend of Joey's?
Yes, he was.
And when you went to Jeff's house, you were with Christy, correct?
Yes.
And part of why you went to Jeff's house was to get drugs.
No.
When you went to Jeff's house, though, you did get drugs.
No.
You never purchased any drugs then.
Not that time. No.
And when you got to Jeff's, you got Samantha's cell phone, is that correct?
Yes.
And you took it because you did not have a cell phone.
Correct.
And you needed a cell phone.
Correct.
And your intention was not, or let me ask you this. When you took the phone, did you have an opportunity to review it?
No, not really. Not when I took it.
But Samantha's information was on it.
Yes.
And you are the one that deleted that information.
Yes.
And you deleted that information so that you could use the phone as yours.
Correct.
And you believed that you had to delete that information in order to allow your iCloud information to work.
Correct.
You also didn't think that you were deleting anything because you backed it up to the iCloud.
Correct.
And you didn't tell Samantha that you were doing that until it was done.
Correct.
And she expressed concern to you about not having her contact information
Yes.
and about not having any photographs, specifically photographs of her and Joey.
Correct.
Now, when you got to the apartment, who was there?
When I got to Jeff's apartment,
Yes.
just Jeff.
Samantha was not there?
She was in the back room.
And so this is a pretty small apartment, correct?
Yes.
And you ultimately deliver the message that Joey had passed.
Yes.
After you take this phone, you're using it for a period of time, is that correct?
Yes.
You never destroyed it.
No.
You believed that the information that had been on it was backed up.
Yes.
We saw some text messages between you and a Jeff Hayes account. Do you
Yes.
recall those? And it's your belief that Jeff Hayes was actually Samantha communicating to you, right?
Yes.
And in one of those messages, Samantha is actually asking for her phone back.
Yes.
She wasn't aware that you had done anything with it at that point in time.
Correct.
You, in response to her asking for her phone back, tell her that it's gone permanently.
Correct.
And that's when concern is expressed about not having contacts or photographs.
Yes.
Now, you were asked about how when you talked to police about having taken the phone, making a comment that Samantha didn't know how to do a complete wipe. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And your response was that you did it for her?
I don't remember.
Do you recall during that meeting that you were having with law enforcement being advised that you had destroyed evidence?
That's what they said.
And you didn't think that because you had backed it up.
That's correct.
At that point in time, you were concerned about your involvement.
Yes,
And you were concerned about anything that might have had to do with this phone.
correct.
And it's after you realize that you need to have these concerns that you make the statement that Samantha didn't know how to do a complete wipe. Was that a yes?
Yes,
You told the jury that you didn't do anything with Samantha's phone to try to protect her.
correct.
Anything having to do with the cell phone was done out of you just needing to use a cell phone.
Correct.
Just one moment, please.
Phone she gave you?
I don't know if she was worried about it or not.
Now, when your questions, when Attorney Rock was asking you questions, you were asked some about your knowledge of what medications Joey was on. Do you remember those questions?
I do.
Do you remember where you learned whether or not Joey had been taking his medications? Who had told you that?
Samantha had told me that, but Joey also had told me that. We talked about that stuff
That same day?
a day or two earlier.
Now, you said that day, July 18th, 2024, you were to come to Appleton. The plan was to use methamphetamine?
Yes,
The defendant was going to supply that methamphetamine?
Got to repeat in the microphone. It had a pause. I apologize.
I said yes. Sorry.
Now, as we've heard, is it correct, or do I understand your testimony correct, that your first thought upon looking at apartment 5 was that the defendant, Samantha Krebs, had stabbed Joey Carnot?
Yes.
And do I understand it correct that your initial reaction was to call 911?
Yes.
Not to call Jeff Hayes, right?
Correct.
Not to call his neighbor,
Correct.
but to call 911?
Yes.
And it was the defendant who talked you out of that?
Yes.
Now, you also asked some questions that Samantha never told you what to say. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That she never suggested what to tell the police? Do you remember asking those questions?
No.
Through Attorney Rock, that Samantha never told you to lie to the police?
She never did.
That she never told you what to say?
Well, she told me to tell police that Joey had stabbed himself.
Did she say anything else to tell the police?
No.
Did you hear in the recording perhaps that it was her suggestion to say, what are we supposed to say? He fell on a knife?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That was Samantha?
Yes.
That wasn't Christie?
No.
That wasn't you?
No.
That was the defendant?
Yes.
Who would, rather than call 911, pose the question, what are we supposed to say? He fell on a knife.
I'm going to object for speculation as to whether she wanted to call 911.
Overruled.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
It was the defendant who, rather than call 911, posed the question that what are we supposed to say? He fell on a knife.
Yes.
No further questions.
Okay, you can recross.
Mr. Pfeffer, you said that you didn't call 911 initially because Samantha talked you out of it.
Well, and I didn't think the wound was that severe. It didn't look that bad from looking at it.
And when you say that she talked you out of it, there was just that comment that said, hold on.
Yeah,
And again, you don't know who that comment was even being made to.
that's correct.
I have nothing further. Thank you.
You didn't think it looked that bad, but your immediate reaction is to call 911.
Yes.
No further questions.
Nothing on that.